There are 4 Callaway driver models available in 2025, but are they all elite? We're going to compare them all against each other and find out. 330, good start. Real consistent there. Those 3 shots were almost the exact same ball flight. Golfers, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to bring you this content about the new Callaway drivers in 2025. I'm going to compare all 4 of them and explain the differences in numbers, how they look, how they should perform, and what type of golfer should play these particular heads. As I mentioned, there's 4, and these 4 are definitely going to be focused on different golfers of different abilities, whether you're a golfer that has a lot of speed that needs to bring the spin down, or you're a golfer that needs a club that's more forgiving, or a club that's more draw bias. Each of these 4 models will bring golfers that. These 4 models are the Callaway Elite Triple Diamond, the Elite, the ELYTE X, and the ELYTE Max Fast. These 4 models, as I mentioned, cover a wide range of golfers. We're going to get to testing right away and explain the differences, and you're going to find out which model you should play. Before I start hitting some golf shots, please subscribe to this channel. Let's do some testing. First up for testing is going to be the ELYTE Triple Diamond head. 9 degrees aloft with my gamer shaft, which is the graphite design CQ6X. We're going to test the same loft, same shaft with all of these heads. Looking at this club, definitely more pear-shaped look. I know it's a little smaller compared to the other models that we're going to hit by about 15 cc's. So looking down at it, definitely looks a little more traditional to what I'm used to playing. Let's hit some shots and see how it performs. Oh, hit that one pretty good. Stay in the air ball. All right, first swing, we got the carry distance over 300. I like that. 330, good start. Very nice. Just a touch left of where I'm aimed. And carry right around about 300 again. So that's 4 shots first up with this, getting the carry distance to 300, going between 320 and 330. It's a really good start. I'm going to hit just a few more so we've got some more data to talk about before I test the other heads. And that's the first one that I left just a little more open. So I'm going to see what happens to the carry and the spin. A couple yards shorter, but the nice thing with the Triple Diamond, the lowest spinning model here, is the spin rate. I don't think it skyrocketed too much, didn't go over 3,000, 2,700 on the spin. And that's the user leaving the club face open. So really good forgiving miss hit there to finish with the Triple Diamond head. Let's test the X next and see how that performs. Numbers with the ELYTE Triple Diamond head. I think the biggest takeaway here was it's the only club that carried over 300 yards on average, and it was significantly consistent. So if we look at the numbers here, we can see ball speed 164.3, launch 14.3, spin 2,076, carry 301, going 325. And what you'll see here is on the club data is I was swinging at 114.1 miles an hour. Very good results here with this particular club as I'm starting out. I normally play a Triple Diamond head and I normally spin the ball around about 2,000. So it's actually going to be pretty close to what we're seeing with the previous model from Callaway. The ELYTE X is definitely a larger profile and more draw bias head compared to the Triple Diamond. From one extreme to the other, basically. So looking down at it, what I can see is the face, it actually seems a little bit more upright. but the face does look a little bit more closed. Now they've gone away from, they used to call it the Max D. It's no longer called a Max D, but we still know that this is the draw bias head. In the back we can see you got some weight you can switch from the back center or towards the heel. Now I'm going to test everything in a neutral position to start with, but know we can make this a little bit more draw bias, not only with the adjustments, but also with regards to the hosel settings as well. Let's see how it performs. I would expect probably just a little shorter of a little bit more spin. Let's see. Yeah, that was right around about, that looked like around about 290 carry. Yeah, going 308, so a little bit shorter. No, it was a nice bull flight if you like a draw. Yeah, 2600 on the spin. That one started a touch further left than what I'm used to, probably due to the face and the lie angle being just a touch different. Interesting, that one I felt like I pushed that or left the face a touch more open, but it did the same thing over and over. Real consistent there, those three shots were almost the exact same bull flight, which I love that. Yes, it's going a touch shorter than the Triple Diamond for a golfer that has my kind of club speed, but that was really consistent. Those three shots were almost the exact same thing. All right, so that one was definitely a high toe miss. Now, what I find interesting on that shot, clearly I didn't hit a good swing on that one, but look at the distance. It basically did the same exact thing. Total distance, 308. Spin dropped a touch because I hit it a little more on the toe side. However, it dropped to 2300, not like a 1500, what you would probably see with more of the Triple Diamond head, but it did the same thing, went the same distance, really forgiving. That fourth shot there really impressed me because, let's face it, I didn't hit that as good. That was the lowest ball speed we've seen so far at 159 and a smash factor of 139. Not a good swing, but the exact same result. ELYTE X is awesome. Let's hit a couple more just to validate these numbers. Here are the ELYTE X numbers. Definitely significantly more spin, about 800 RPMs more spin than what we were seeing with the Triple Diamond. So 2809 on the spin, ball speed around the same, 163.9, launch 14.8, a touch higher on the launch angle, carry 287, going 306. I think the biggest takeaway, if we look at dispersion, it was consistently just a little left every single time. That's what you would expect out of a little more draw bias head. If we look at the club data, exact same club speed, 114.1 as what we were testing with the Triple Diamond. Definitely kind of see that it was really good, impressive across the board. I like this club. It's going to take right out of your bag, and you're going to hit nice little draws with this club. The standard Elite model. Now this model, what we can see is on the exterior here, is you can move the weight from the center towards the toe or towards the heel to help with biases. So that's the adjustment that you can do with this particular model. I'm going to guess it's going to fall right in between the testing for the last two clubs that I hit. So once again, 9 degrees of loft, same shaft here. What I do notice is it still looks a little bit more like the X model compared to the Triple Diamond, but it doesn't look like the face is closed, essentially. So we'll see how it performs. That left bowl there, that was a little bit more user for to start with, but definitely closer to the distance we were seeing with the Triple Diamond head. Back up to 318. Yep, my face angle was just closed on that. Got 2100 spin. That was a little straighter shot. I don't think I hit that one perfect though. You know, was that 3.0, 3.07? Didn't feel like that was one of my most solid strikes. You can see that 142 efficiency, 2600 spin. That one felt good. That's what I would have expected out of this driver. Fairly straight. That was what, 290 carry. I would expect the spin's not super low or super high, just kind of in the middle. 311, let's see. Yeah, 2600 spin, pretty good. And probably the straightest shot that I've hit so far. A little touch more off the toe there. It's gonna hang in there though. Once again, it's not gonna be that low spinner when I get it really far on the toe with, say, the Triple Diamond head. And that one still stayed in the air. 314 total, 2300 spin. And that one, I did hit 17 millimeters towards the toe, which is just a little over half an inch. The Elite head, it fell right in the middle for what we're seeing with the other two models, with the Triple Diamond and the X head. And this is going to be definitely the staple for Callaway in 2025. When I say it fell in the middle, you notice the spin rate, it was in between the Triple Diamond and the X, right at 25.36. Ball speed, right about the same. Actually, it was a touch faster on the ball speed, 164.4. Launch 13.4, carry 291, going 313. It was a fairly straight shot. I would say it was probably the straightest one that I hit on average. Now, I did have a couple that were going maybe going a little bit more left and a little more right with this particular head. If you look at club data, head speed right at 114 again, efficiency 144. Really good. Why don't we get to comparing all three and look at the numbers, because I know exactly what you'll want to see. Okay, I think we learned a lot about the numbers there comparing those three particular models. Before I dive into the Max Fast, which is the fourth model here, which is a lighter weight club head, and definitely going to be more prone for those golfers that want a little bit more speed but want some help for the golf club, just maybe they can't swing quite as fast. I want to discuss why certain models would be for certain golfers and why they would not be for a certain golfer. So I'm actually going to slow my speed down and just hit a few shots and just talk about the numbers. I'm going to first start off with the Elite Triple Diamond head. I'm going to slow my swing speed down. If you don't have enough speed to generate spin, that could be definitely trouble with this model. And we're going to find out and just kind of see what kind of numbers we're going to see with a slower speed with the Triple Diamond head. All right, so that one was nice and straight, but you'll notice that one really struggled to get in the air. I think it carried around 230, rolling out to 266. Now, would that roll out to 266 if the fairways were soft? What you'll notice is once I slowed my speed down here to 100 miles an hour, look what happened to the spin. We're talking 1,500 on the spin. Now, keep in mind, I'm keeping these weights with the heavy weight in the back to keep the spin up. If we were to flip-flop these weights and do the same swing, you're going to lose probably 200 or 300 RPMs less spin. And obviously, then you would have real problems getting the ball in the air. But on that situation where my attack angle was 0.0, the ball did not stay in the air. Descent angle of 21, not really ideal to optimize the maximum carry and total distance. Let's see if we can do that again here. And you can see just how that ball just, once it took off, it had quite a bit of curve on it due to that low spin being harder to control there. All right, so that one went 250. Let's see there, yeah, 97 mile an hour. With the ball curving a little to the right, there was 2,200, but once again, descent angle at 25 is way too low. And this is a golfer. You see I hit down on that 1.2. If you're hitting down on it, once again, might be trouble to get the ball in the air to be able to control that ball flight. Let's do one more here. Let's see if I can slow it down a little bit more. All right, so that was right around about 2,000 spin, but 2,000 spin with my swing speed around 90 is not really ideal. Once again, 202 going 231, will that actually roll out 31 yards in normal conditions outside, especially if it's rained? That descent angle at 23 is a little bit low. So in that instance, now, I wouldn't recommend staying with the Triple Diamond head. I would recommend maybe the X model instead, something that's, and also lofting up too. But I wouldn't recommend just lofting up on the Triple Diamond because, once again, the other head's gonna be more beneficial. So now let's test the X model with some slower speed and see what happens. Yeah, that ball looked like that just has a chance to stay in the air. Let's see, so that was about a little over 230 on the carry. And I'm interested in that descent angle because I know I've talked about that a lot here. So club speed, 96 miles an hour. And what do you know, descent angle, 37. That is a more optimal carry and total distance. And once again, spin 2,500. So if you're a golfer, I know I do a lot of testing with some fast speed. That's just my normal club speed. But if you're a golfer that doesn't quite have the speed, the Triple Diamond probably is gonna be out. And we're gonna wanna gravitate towards the Elite, ELYTE X, or even the Max Fast. Let's do a couple more. I'll go a little slower here yet. Don't know how much slower that was. I think that was about the same swing speed as the one before. But once again, right around the mid 250s. And I would assume that this descent angle is definitely at 37 again. That was almost the exact same shot. Let's see if I can slow it down significantly on this shot. Yeah, I left the face a little open on that one. But what I noticed on that one is the ball didn't just kind of take off over towards the right. It still stayed in the fairway. That wasn't that far right. Significantly slowed that one down. That one, the club speed was 84 miles an hour. So a good 13 miles an hour slower than the shot before. But you'll notice the descent angle was still up over 30 degrees. And when I'm doing club fittings, that 30 to 40 degree is the ideal descent angle with a driver. So finally, I want to touch on the Max Fast driver. So the Elite Max Fast, it only comes in a 10.5 or 12 degree head. We were testing all of 9 degree heads when we were comparing those other 3 models against each other. What I'm definitely noticing, right, this shaft is significantly lighter. It's designed to come with a lighter shaft. We can see a little bit more flexible, a lot lighter for golfers that maybe don't generate quite as much club speed. It does also come with a draw bias option, so you can move the weight from the back center towards the heel as well. And obviously you've got some hosel adjustments here. So this is a much lighter club. I'm just gonna hit a couple with some smooth speeds and to see how it performs. And that was right around about 90 mile an hour on the club speed. Pretty good. Yeah, so a little bit more spin. That one was right up at 3,300 on the spin. And this feels crazy light. Feels like if I wanted to swing fast, I could add a little bit more speed to it there, but that was really smooth. Felt really good, really controlled swing. And almost the same thing. 3165 on the spin, descent angle 39, club speed 92. Pretty good. And that one was low on the face. It's still it just flies so straight though. I'm gonna lose a little bit of distance because that one was pretty far down on the face. But we can get away with how straight that flew. Yeah, that was 17 millimeters low, so over a ½ inch low on the face. That nice and straight shot. Another very nice swing there. That one was a much better strike. Going about 232 with a club speed right around about 90 miles an hour. So I didn't want to forget about this model. Obviously, it's not the kind of club head that's designed for me. It's extremely light, but it's going to be for the golfer. It doesn't maybe quite swing quite as fast, but still wants some serious forgiveness on those straight balls. A little bit of help to turn it over from right to left. Really like the Elite Max Fast. I think it's going to perform really, really well in 2025. Here it is, folks. This is the comparison that you're all looking at. So why don't we get to the numbers right away and explain some things. So, Elite Triple Diamond, 164.3 ball speed. Elite, 164.4 ball speed. Elite X, 163.9. So right around about the exact same ball speed. When I say this is going to be probably a very good comparison, when I was testing these, you'll see my head speed, 114.1, 114, 114.1. Efficiency, all right around about the same. If we look at an impact location, all very, very close to each other with regards to impact location. So we're seeing a range of about 800 RPMs of spin when we're comparing the Elite Triple Diamond head. We're seeing halfway in between the Elite head, and then the Elite X has the highest spin, but about 800 across all three heads. But definitely quite a good range, so definitely golfers are going to fit into certain models based on what their tendencies are. If we're talking about distance, you'll notice the carry distance was the longest with the Elite Triple Diamond head when I was swinging at 114 miles an hour. I definitely touched on club speed, especially when you would notice when I slowed down my speed with the Triple Diamond head, how we lost distance and you saw the landing angle was around about 25 degrees. So you do need speed to be able to play the Triple Diamond head. The Elite 291 going 313 and the Elite X 287 going 306. But once again, if we're slowing speed down a little bit, that's when the other two models will start kicking in and performing a little better. So if you've got speed, we definitely want to go maybe towards the Triple Diamond head, especially if the spin rate is definitely higher than what we would like as a club fitter. If we don't have enough speed and we're looking for forgiveness and control, the Elite or possibly the Elite X, especially if you're a slicer of the golf ball, is definitely going to help your game out. This is an awesome comparison. I'm excited for what Callaway has to show in 2025. If you are looking for a club fitting, I club fit personally in Minnesota. So if you want to do an in-person club fitting, you can find me in Minnesota. I will also be doing online club fittings, and you can find out more information about club fitting at thomascampbellgolf.com. Also, please subscribe to this channel. I'm excited to bring you this content. Thanks for watching.